How do I protect my 401k so he doesn't get half of it? Too late, girl. You should have thought about that before you married. The bomb. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Is it officially fall? I almost sat outside on the steps, but it's still dark and Big Mike is still sleeping. So I just decided to sit here. So we're going to do something a little different. I know a lot of you have been asking for more dating content outside of the shows I watch. So I'm really making an effort to give you guys, you ladies, more dating content. And so this question sent to me by Anne Marie. Anne Marie, Instagram. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Appreciate it. And it was about a wife asking, how does she protect her 401k from her bum husband? Good morning. My name is Janice. Happy Monday. Yes, honey, I'm up, alive, and well in the mornings. I am a morning person. That's why you'd be like, girl, what you drink in the morning to be so up? I'm just up. I'm up at 4 o'clock every morning. I want to thank you for your love and support on my videos. I know I have not been in my comment section in the last about 2 or 3 days, but I am prepping for NaNoWriMo, which begins November 1st. We're writers, authors. We challenge ourselves to write 50,000 words in 30 days. I said 30 months last time. In 30 days. So I have been prepping and just spending a lot of time prepping. So when November 1st comes, I can just go like that, okay? And I don't have to be looking and researching and all that stuff. So I want to thank you for your love and support. Thank you for those comments. Watch my Bachelorette first talk. I still don't have it yet on DVR, so I can't watch it. I'm not watching 2 hours with commercials. Thank you for your love with my books. I absolutely adore you. This book is excellent. We're going to be reading from The Naked Wife today. So those of you who have it, you'll be able to read the story that's included in there. Thank you also for love. I just really appreciate you guys. And I really just hope that you really see that I love you and I appreciate you, which is why I make all these videos for you. Okay. So from Anne Marie, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you for helping me to get to my 12,000 subscribers. I'm wearing my brown sugar baby shirt that my baby daddy got me. Okay. This is not for sale. And so she says, this wife says, how do I protect my 401k so he doesn't get half? He hasn't worked for many years throughout this marriage and never held a job down long enough to be able to participate in a 401k. It makes me want to vomit. Why didn't it make you want to vomit when you was dating him? Why didn't it make you want to vomit when you accepted his proposal, or maybe you proposed and you walk down the aisle or at the courthouse, take vows and sign the paper? Shouldn't that have made you want to vomit? That this man cannot hold a job down long enough to begin a 401k. I've had 2 jobs my whole life. Thank you, Jesus. Fresh out of college, the job that I have now was not available. And so I had just missed the application cutoff. And so in the meantime, I needed to work. So I worked 3 years, but I knew 3 years I was able to do the application, did the application line. And so I've worked there and here, and I've been here almost 16 years. I don't know about where y'all work at, but both places, your 401k begin the day you sign the paperwork and they start taking money out your paycheck. So ladies, this is one of those before marriage question that you need to answer. This is why I keep telling you, ladies, do not be emotional. You have to be calculated. These are things you should ask while you are dating and before you get married. How do I protect my 401k? Well, you should have known he was a bum when you was dating him. So you should have thought about, how am I going to protect my 401k? If I marry him, will he have to get half of my 401k? He hasn't worked for many years. Why not? Why he ain't got no job? throughout the marriage and never held a job long enough to participate in 401k. So that means when you were dating him, you knew his job history. And that's when you should have asked this question: if I marry him, how do I protect my 401k? You're not going to protect it, man. Since you want to be the man in the marriage, go ahead and give that man half of your 401k and alimony, depending on where you live. But since he ain't got no job, he ain't got no money, guess who? And you've provided such a wonderful life for the bum. Guess what? You're going to have to continue to pay him alimony. And yes, ma'am, he's going to get half of your 401k because he has nothing. You've been taking care of him all these years. No, for me and Mike has his 401k, his retirement. I have my retirement. God forbid something happened, the blood of Jesus. I wouldn't mind giving half to Mike because he's been a great husband. But that's not who I married. I married somebody that if it doesn't work out, I get half of his and alimony. Hey, Lexi, half of his and I will get alimony. Even though I have a great job, I would still get alimony. These are the things to think about before you marry him. Now, from my book, The Naked Wife, pick it up on Amazon. This is an excellent book. There's a story in here on page 185 that says, I don't believe in prenups, right? This is this thing that go in the church. Oh, you shouldn't be getting a prenup. That's worldly. Well, how many of you know that prenups is in the Bible? Don't ask me. Go look it up and study it for yourself. Mm-hmm. And so she says, I just don't think that saints should sign prenups. I think that is a sure plan that the marriage will fail, and we should love each other and work out any issues we have. If you have a prenup, then you are just planning for divorce. A lot of people say that, right? As if you would, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Jay-Z, or none of them would get married without a prenup. But you know what I realize about church people who talk about they don't believe in prenup? They're broke. They're broke. They live paycheck to paycheck. They got to put 25 cents and 75 cents over here to pay their rent or their mortgage. They don't know what it's like to have $50,000 sitting in a savings account for an emergency. And you know what I started doing? I asked them, how much you have in savings? $2.50, baby. Stop. Broke people telling other people not to have prenup. You don't have enough money to have a prenup, ma'am, sir, pastor, crooked leg pastor. Okay, all these church people that tell you not to sign prenups, I guarantee you they live paycheck to paycheck, and they don't have no money in savings. Forget the 401k, forget your retirement, forget your 457, forget your 529. Let's talk about how much money you have in savings in the event there's an emergency, somebody lost their job, somebody got sick, somebody have a baby. How much money you have in savings? Oh, may have $2. Baby, you don't know nothing about no prenup. Okay. So then she goes, I used to believe that. So now she believed that, right? Let's see what happened. That was until the judge told me that I must pay my ex 3 years of alimony. I think I fainted in the courtroom. Alimony? Yes, alimony, and sell our home and split the profits, the home that he couldn't even come up with half of the down payment. Why did you marry him? Why did you marry him, ma'am? If he couldn't even come up with half of the down payment, please tell me why you married him. So much for marrying a man that makes less than me. Never again will I date, marry, or even talk to a man that makes less than me. It's a waste of my time. I had to pay that scum alimony I was living. I don't feel sorry for you, okay? And you know what I was getting married. My daddy told me to sign a prenup. And I had said, no, church folks shouldn't sign prenups, and we need to trust God. Well, I believed God. And what did I get? 3 years of paying a man alimony because I made 4 times what he made. We fight all the time about money. For what reason, I don't know. He felt that I was putting away money, but that is something I have always done. Save for a rainy day, retirement, Roth IRA, and so on. Thank God the judge didn't make me split that up. I don't know what we are supposed to do as single women. Many women today are making a whole lot more than our counterparts. Women with big incomes are not meeting men who are in our income bracket. Therefore, it's either take a chance with a man who makes less or stay alone because it doesn't work out. Because if it doesn't work out, you will end up having to pay him. That man was so insecure about my few dollars that I refused to have kids with him. It was so stressful from the time we got engaged to the wedding, honeymoon, and the car I bought myself for my 40th birthday that I have been saving toward for 5 years. To me, breathing, it seemed like when I came in the house with a new, to me, breathing, it seemed like when I came in the house with a new pair of shoes, he behaved as if he wanted to fight me and shake my sound like Gil does. Sound like Gil and Merlin. So, ladies, thinking what's going to happen at the end is too late. It's too late, baby. You have to think it through before you get married. Put away your emotions and calculate that thing in your head. Now, we are living in COVID, right? So in COVID, ladies, because so many people have lost their job because of COVID, now that we're dating, we have to date a little bit differently. What do I mean by that? If you meet Stan, and Stan, is a nice guy, you find him attractive. He says, Stan, well, where do you work? And he said, well, right now, I was laid off, I'm on unemployment. You need to listen a little bit, okay? And so you ask Stan, he says, oh, okay, a lot of people lost their job. So Stan, well, where did you work before that? Well, right, I worked over at Mac Attack for 10 years. Okay, 10 years of that. And before that, where did you work? Oh, well, I worked at Snack Attack for 13 years. Okay, you need to listen. Now, you meet Pookie. Pookie's fine, honey. He got that ghetto dingling, okay? And so you meet Pookie. Pookie say, you ask, so where do you work right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm between jobs. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I ain't on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, Pookie. So where did you work before? Well, before I worked over at Snack Attack, for like 3 months. Okay. And before that, before that, I was laid off for about 6 months. But before that, I was over at Smack Attack for like 2 months. Okay. And before that, before that, I had work in about 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, meet me a woman, you know what I'm saying? Just to, have somebody to help me up. And how many of you know that there's a difference between those two men? Pookie, drop one. Stan, talk to Stan a little bit. What's the difference between Pookie and Stan? Well, Stan had work history. Okay, 10 years. Listen, that's some good. He's marketable, right? And before that, 11 years. Most people, I don't know, you've had about 2 or 3 stable jobs. Stable to me is 3 years or 2 years. I don't know what stable job is, but it ain't no 2 or 3 months. Especially if he's 40. Come on now. By the time you're 40, you should already have a career. Not a job like you're 16 years old in college, working at McDonald's and Chuck E. Cheese and all them places. Not no grown man. So ladies, before you marry these men, these are things you need to think through. If I marry him, and God forbid it doesn't work out, what's going to happen? I'm going to have to pay him alimony. Drop. I have a run in a minute. And run, girl. You don't want to marry nobody like that. It's too late. This lady that's asking about the 401k, how do I protect my 401k? You can't. You married a bum. You've been taking care of him for God knows how long. And the judge, depending on where you are, I don't know where this lady is, the judge is going to rule. But yeah, he's gonna get half. Pookie gonna get half of your 401k, baby. Okay. Pookie, Junebug is gonna get half, and you're probably gonna have to pay Junebug some alimony because you've made such a wonderful life for him that he got in you. So I got to go, girl. Pick this book up on Amazon. I absolutely love you. Check those videos for me. This might be it for today. NaNoWriMo begins this weekend. I am so excited about NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writers Month. We challenge ourselves to write 50,000 words. Yes, NaNoWriMo begins Monday. Perfect, because guess who's on vacation? Me, for a whole week. So I can get ahead with my NaNoWriMo 50,000 words. I love you, girl. I got to go. I got to go. Please watch those other videos. Leave comments for me. Let me know what you think about this. Are you dating a man that makes less? Now, ladies, I'm not saying don't date a man that make less, but here's the question. Question is what kind of woman do you want to provide? If he makes less than you, but he is still able to provide for you, if that's what you want, go ahead. Why not? But if he makes less than you, can't provide for you, and that's what you want, run. If he makes less or whatever, if you agree or decide you want to do 50-50, whatever you want, I believe every marriage, every couple should sit and decide this is the plan for our lives and our marriage. My husband and I have that one. That's when we had no problems. Going on 9 years. Never had no money problems. Okay. Because my husband, before he even proposed, he told me, said, look, I'm taking on this family. I am the provider. I got all of this. I can provide for all of us, so on and so on. That's how we live. Okay. And my income goes into savings, emergency fund. I can put a little bit more in the baby's college fund and all of those things. Okay. But I love you. Let me know what you think. Bye.